Hello, my name is Kylie Ellis. If you don't know me, I basically just come on here and talk about my life. This is your trigger warning. This is the only trigger warning you're going to be getting for this video. This is a major trigger warning. If certain things, including SA, offend you or hurt you, please get off this video now. Yo, it's your girl. I look absolutely crazy right here. Your trigger warnings for a lot more than SA because this was rape, not SA. I can call it what it is now. In the moment, I was still struggling with calling it what it was, but we're good now. Because I will be talking about it. This will contain disturbing content. I also want to say this video is in no way, shape, or form me throwing hate or slander onto anyone else. This is me speaking my truth, telling my side of the story, because it is helping me heal. It is helping me release everything. And it is even helping me come to the conclusion of really what happened to me and why. So, again, this is your only trigger warning. If anything I'm going to say is going to offend you, please click off now. I can't even speak because I've been crying about this. So, to give you guys a little bit of an insight to me, I am the most vulnerably unvulnerable person ever in the world. I cannot speak to people about kind of what I'm going through while I'm going through it. And if I do share it with someone, it is usually because I trust them a lot, right? Now, this is something that I've wanted to talk about since probably a month after it happened. However, I have been terrified to speak about this situation up until now. I haven't even fully accepted that this thing had indeed happened to me up until maybe yesterday. Yesterday, I finally admitted this was an actual thing that happened to me, and I'm allowed to grieve this. I'm allowed to feel bad about this. I'm allowed to feel however I feel about this, and that is why I'm sharing this video. Like I said, this video is in no way to hate this other person, although I wish him nothing good in life. However, it is in order for me to be able to heal, for me to be able to release, because like I said, I've wanted to do this video for a while. I've wanted to talk about it. It does include some trauma, but that is how I heal. That's how other people heal. If you are clicking onto this video, it is for whatever reason it is. I have no idea, and I won't even begin to tell you. However, I do know that if you're watching it and you watch it all the way through, hopefully you will learn something. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. Okay. So if you guys remember last year, June, July, I got reached out to do a podcast, right? And I said yes. I would love to do a podcast. I'd love to. And they were on board with the ideas that I had. Everything was going great. Everything was smooth, sailing very smoothly. However, one of our first days of recording, in comes someone, and me and this person meet, right? We click it off. Our chemistry was really good in the beginning. We talked a little bit then. He shared some of his drink with me. He even helped me set up some things for my own podcast. It was an amazing experience, and I'm very, very grateful for that experience on that day, right? The second time I went over there to film for my podcast, he was also there, and we also spoke then as well. Well, we both noticed the chemistry was so good, we both decided to just, hey, let's go on a date. I hadn't dated in what would have been my 10th month of not being on a date after getting out of a more toxic, serious relationship. So keep that in mind. 10 months after, I was also 10 months sober. So I wasn't drinking anything. I wasn't smoking. I wasn't doing anything. I was in a very good place in life at the time. Our date comes up. It is July 21st. It is also July 25th, day of. Right? And we both decide to I'd go over to his, we'd have some wine, we'd sit and we'd chat, right? So the first alcohol I got into after not drinking for so long was wine. Why? Because A, you can't chug wine. B, no offense, wine gives me dry mouth. I don't want to drink it after too long. And C, it's wine. Come on now. So we're talking, we're giggling, obviously, things are going well. And then he asked me to take a picture of us, right? I pull out his phone. I start to take a picture of us. We're in a cute little pose like this, Next thing I realize is that there's a hand around my neck, and that he's being very forceful and aggressive with the way that he is trying to kiss my neck and my cheek now, right? I express in this moment I will not be having sex with you. I do not want to have sex with you. That is not my intentions of being here. So we go back to just talking. We're talking, we put on a show, we continue to talk, we continue to drink wine. Everything goes smoothly again. Everything's going fine. There was no like extreme red flags in my head that this is a dangerous person that I'm around. And I'm saying dangerous for multiple reasons that I will get into later, right? So everything's going fine. It's probably been a few hours now, right? My plan was to leave at 11, okay? Because I was walking home at night. And I didn't want to walk home at night at 11 p.m. by myself. But I knew I could, right? 11 p.m. rolls around. We're still talking. We're still having a great time. And he's like, no, just stay over. We're good, right? So obviously, we're having a great time. I know this person a little bit. I know other people in this apartment complex. Like, if I really need someone, I feel like I could just, go grab them. And so I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm good. Like, we're good. We can continue this little date. Everything's fine. Looking back on the situation, I do want to touch on this because that was a little bit of my naivety. I thought, like, this person's a cool person. They seem to, like, enjoy me and like me. Like, I don't think they're going to hurt me. Those are usually the people who are going to hurt you. 11:59 hits. And I don't know what happens, but it's like something inside of me is just screaming at me to go home. It is literally screaming at me. It's time to go home. However, it is now midnight. I'm now walking home alone. This person just asked me to stay over. I know, no offense, when you reject a man in any sense, they can become very aggressive. And before anyone's like, no, guys aren't like that, let me finish my story because you guys can, right? So in my head now, I was already put into like a kind of fight or flight. If I leave right now, there's a chance that this person is going to be very, very upset with me. Also, if I leave right now, it's midnight. I'm in a mini denim skirt and a black long sleeve t-shirt. That's all I'm wearing. Because I came over here during the day when it was 7 degrees outside. Sorry, okay? I was wearing a cute little outfit, right? Okay, I live in LA, Hollywood. No offense. I hate walking at night here alone already. Now, mind you, I already told you, my gut's still telling me to just leave. I don't know what it was, but something that night was just like literally pleading me to just leave, begging me to leave. And so, but I stayed. That's my dumbass decision. I put myself in an unsafe situation because I did not listen to my intuition and my gut instinct. So now when everyone asks why I always listen to my gut instinct, here is the reason. Here is the exact reason. After this, he starts to kiss me a little bit more. I don't think anything of it, right? It's now hitting like 12:30. Well, I don't think anything of it. I express again how I do not want to be having sex with this person. And so he goes, okay, we won't have sex. We continue to just kiss. He tries to get on top of me. He starts to choke me. He starts to become very aggressive with me. And not like in the beginning when he put his hand around me and he was kissing me, even that was like, no offense, more aggressive than you should do on a first date. Like maybe like a little hand, but like actually choking someone. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be doing that on a first date. Maybe I'm the fucking weirdo thinking you shouldn't be doing that on a first date to a girl you don't fucking know. But we each have our own, right? We each have our own. So then when he started becoming more aggressive with the way that he was handling me and treating me, I continued to speak up. I continue to tell this person multiple times, no. I continue to express my discomfort with the things that were happening. I continue to express how I did not want the action that could come after all this to happen. I said no to this person more times than I can count. Okay? And the craziest thing is like, this isn't even like in detail exactly everything that happened. I could tell you verbatim everything that happened because I still feel everything, right? That's a part of why I'm talking about this. It's because I still feel his hand on my neck. I still feel him breathing right next to my fucking ear. I still feel it to this day. It sucks. Obviously, I said no. Obviously, if I'm telling you I said no, you probably know what happens next in this story. I don't have to go into all the little gory details. But I can tell you that the exact thing I said I did not want to happen ended up happening that night. So this thing that happened last year, why am I talking about it now? First of all, because it's taken me 8 months now to realize what happened. I'm still currently today realizing and having to admit the truth to myself of what really happened that day. Why? Because I said no. Because when I confronted this person about it, instead of taking accountability, they shifted the blame onto me. Because after then, I doubted my whole fucking reality of what really happened. And then after then, my now ex-boyfriend, who you guys know, he's in one of my videos, became best friends with him after we broke up. All of these things triggered me into believing, A, I'm crazy. This thing couldn't have happened. Yada, 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 yada. Maybe I didn't say no loud enough. Maybe I didn't fight back hard enough. Maybe da, 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 da. No. My first no was enough. This person very easily heard my first no. They understood my first no. And rather than respecting my first no, or my second no, or my third no, this person decided to use aggression as a form of manipulation. I could even say, like, this is Crash Out Kylie posting this video. But I've thought about posting this video since literally September when everything happened. I just never fucking did it. Now I'm fucking doing it. And I'm kind of fucking proud of myself. Being able to admit that this thing happened is a huge step for myself. Me posting this video is a huge step for myself and my own accountability. I can't let, because someone else lacks accountability and they lack the leadership that quality takes, does not diminish or dim or devalue my story and my personal side of everything. If anything, it should make me want to scream it louder. And as of up until today, I have been so silent about it. I have, like I said, had a boyfriend who ended up running back to him to be best friends with. I would never do that to someone. And so I don't tolerate or allow certain bullshit behavior. And it's like I said, it's taken me 8 months to figure this all out, right? I'm just now realizing that this is bullshit, intolerable behavior on all of these people's parts. I cannot express how mentally tired and drained I have been since this situation had happened. If you noticed before then, I was very consistent on my posts on YouTube. I was putting myself out there a lot more. I was enjoying the sober life. I was making new friends, creating new boundaries, really focusing on my health. And this whole situation put me back God knows how long. Just the thought of him in a day ruins my whole fucking day and will shift my entire fucking mood. And it sucks. It absolutely fucking sucks. And it was even worse because when all these things were happening, everyone doesn't know this person as that. To everyone else, this is a charismatic, sweet person. But it's like, I have proof that this person is not. I have text messages of him apologizing. Why never did I release it? Well, because no offense, I know other people don't heal by me bringing them down. That's why. He would never truthfully understand the hurt that he caused me because he had never went through it. I do indeed pray to God that he goes through it. I pray to God someone holds him down and does the same thing that he did to me. I pray to God that shit happens to him. I pray to God his mental space is in the exact same space my head is in even currently. I pray to God this man knows nothing but misery and suffering for the rest of his life. And I have never in my life prayed to God for something like that. I have been through the fucking ringer in my life. I've been in fucking foster care. I have had parents let me down. I have been through the fucking ringer. I have been through DV. I had been through it all. And I have never wished pain on anyone but this one person. Instead of being mad at this person, when all of this first went down, I had an extreme amount of hurt I felt for them. Because to be able to do something so incredibly monstrous and horribly atrocious and fucking vile, you have to have went through some fucked up shit. So my first 2 months of trying to deal with this shit, I couldn't even validate my side of the story because I felt so fucking bad for this person. And I still fucking do. But now I'm looking at it with brand new fucking eyes and going, I feel fucking bad for this person. They fucking deserve it. They deserve it. They fucking deserve it. And truthfully, I didn't realize how much this moment had fucked me up until yesterday, when I noticed I can't get intimate with people now because of this instance. I can't get vulnerable and let people in onto where I'm at because of this instant. I still feel his fucking hand around my fucking neck because of this instance. I still feel like I can't speak up about this situation because everyone else is gonna say he's this great charismatic guy. Of course he's gonna be a great charismatic guy to a man. No offense. What's he gonna do? Do what he did to me, to you? I couldn't eat for the first week after I admitted what had happened. I couldn't sleep for the first 3 months afterwards. I would have in and out of sleep. I'd go to sleep around 4 or 5 a.m. and I'd wake up around 8, 9 a.m. if I could sleep at all. I entered into, no offense, again, remember the boyfriend I was talking about? I entered into an extreme rebound relationship because I was just hurt and in pain and needed to deal with it somehow. I would cry like God knows how long. I would scrub my skin. I would break down in the shower. I would pray to God and start breaking down. I would put it into poetry on how bad this man hurt me and then break the fuck down. Even walking right now, I have the biggest fucking headache in the world just thinking about it. The reason I didn't come out with this for a long time, which I'm gonna add this in here, is because of my fear of this person trying to silence me. Them trying to, sue me for defamation or something. After speaking to a legal consultant though, I found out that that is near impossible. This intent is not malicious. I said that from the very get-go. I do indeed hate this fucking person and I wish them nothing good. However, do I want other people to hate them? No. No offense. As we see with, other rapists and pedophiles, hating them doesn't make them better. It just doesn't, okay? It never fucking will. Hating someone will never make anyone better. Look at Trump. Hating that nigga did not make him better. Me just being able to express my side and tell my side of the story without fear or feeling like I'm going to be silenced or physically harmed by this person, which are all three things I truthfully believe this person would try to do with me speaking out about it, is very freeing. It is helping me release a very limited mindset because I know no matter what happens, I will always be safe. I will always be taken care of. I will always be good because I've seen it time and time again. Yes. Did this shit leave me in a mental ruckus? Yes. Am I still clawing my way out of it? Yes. Yes, I am. And I hate to be someone who has to admit that they are still going through some shit because traumas bounce right off of me all the fucking time. Why did this one have to stick like fucking glue? But I understand it is for a bigger purpose. It is for a bigger reason than even I know currently. And that my pain is going to be turned into something beautiful, no matter what it is. Even if it's just one person literally connects and relates to this video, that's one more person that doesn't feel alone, that can now go and deal and properly heal and process the trauma and the shit that they went through and not have to feel so alone while doing it because there's someone else out there who has went through it. I didn't have a person to lean on during this. Even if I can just provide a sense of safety or security for someone, that is what I'm aiming for. I had more support after my abortion than I did after my rape because of this person. I am still, like I said, in a fucking mental ruckus. I'm still getting triggered by some shit every fucking day. So what does that mean for me in this channel? Obviously, I'm still gonna be posting content whenever I am in a great mental place to do so. When I am not though, like I am in times of right now, no. I know myself enough to know when I need to stop doing something in order to properly heal, in order to process through things properly. Is it gonna be hard? Yes. I love posting. I love editing. However, I am very grateful for this break. I've needed it. Not even I wanted it. I needed this break. I needed this alone time to be able to truthfully start healing, truthfully start unpacking, and truthfully start processing all this, because it is indeed affecting my everyday life now. And that fucking sucks. It feels like a closing to that part of my cycle or my chapter, truthfully. Because were there bad things that happened? Yes. What came out of it though? And if I'm being completely honest, I have to say nothing but good. Nothing but good. I found a new version of myself. I re-identified with who I really am. I found God, and not just a version of God like I had known before, but I had actually been able to hide inside of God. I had been able to completely take everything off and just cry and let everything out. And it feels absolutely fucking beautiful. Even now, I'm walking and I'm going, this shit suck, man. This shit really motherfucking suck, man. This shit really suck, man. But on the other side of this shit really suck, man, is that's okay. I got it. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm gonna keep kicking. Don't get me wrong. Most people, honestly, I could see why people tap out after shit like that. Why people can't keep going or move on. But motherfucker, mama ain't raised a quitter. It don't matter what the hell I go through in this lifetime. I'ma still be going. I'ma still keep it pushing. This situation taught me how strong I truthfully fucking am. Because even though this person didn't respect my no, I still had the guts to say no. I still had the guts to stand up for myself. And now what I really should have done, I can't say on YouTube. But just know if I was ever in that situation again, I would. And I ain't even tripping about that, you know what I mean? The strength to just be able to keep it pushing every day. The strength to be able to put one fucking foot in front of the fucking other. The strength to be able to get up every day, knowing what the fuck happened, and keeping it all in and bottling it all in and putting on a smiley fucking face for everyone and making sure everyone else is all fucking good all the fucking time. That takes true fucking strength. Some people are literally not strong enough to do that. That's why God never gives you it. That's why God gave it to me. Because he go, yep, that one right there, she's strong enough. And he was talking about me. And I fully understand it. I ain't mad at you. Okay? I'm just asking you to calm down a little bit up there, big man. Okay? Type shit. I know how strong I am because of the situation. I could not be more overjoyed and overfilled with love because of knowing that. That don't mean this shit don't suck. That don't mean this shit not tiring. I'm sure if you guys know someone who, hold on. Now, because my walk's about to end, I'm about to walk up this video. So I want to say two things. A, the situation didn't help me find God. However, like I said, it showed me my own strength. It showed me my own power. The strength and the willpower that I used to claw myself out of it, to have to take off my rose-colored glasses, to be able to deal with it, had nothing to do with God. That had everything to do with me. That had everything to do with, I know this was enough. Now, I did lean on God. I did ask God to soften my heart for me to be able to deal with these things, because I knew I couldn't soften my heart on my own. I did indeed ask God to give me other perspectives, to which he did, and he gave me multiple. I did indeed ask God to show me through the way of healing, to which he is. That is why we are here. There is no way really to wrap this video up on everything I just ended off, right? This is my final reminder that this is not me spreading hate or malicious intent. This is me saying my side of the story. And yeah, I hate this person, but there's no point of anyone else hating them, because if I was this person, I'd probably hate myself too. And I think he's probably doing that enough for everyone, but let me add on a little bit more. Me personally, no one else can hate him. I can though, and I will. And I'll continue to do that shit. Because no offense, motherfucker, I hate a rapist.